Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lords of the Night. With me, as always, your Lord of Punishment. Say hello, Scribe.
Hello, Scribe.
Your Lord of Pennies is here as well. Say hello, Satsu.
Hello, Satsu.
And I am your Lord of Pain, the Ranting Monkey. And here we are on this eve of giving thanks. And we're here to talk to you and entertain you for 2 hours, hopefully. How are you guys doing tonight? Satsu, how you doing?
I am wonder great. I'm excited. I did some pre-prepping to get ready for the cooking tomorrow, and we're gonna do some stuff tonight after the gaming stream to make sure that we're good tomorrow and prep for our stream, because we will be streaming and cooking for you guys on Thanksgiving. For those who don't maybe have other people to hang out with, or people who aren't doing anything, maybe you can hang out with us. So,
alrighty, and thank you, Snowstorm, who says hi, hello, Scribe. Speaking of which, Scribe, how are you?
Well, first, hello, Snowstorm. That was very meta. I'm all right. I actually had some unexpected good news at work today. A problem that I didn't think I could get. A problem that required an outside party to do something that they were reluctant to do because it would be hard. I got them to do it, and consequently made my life and my business's life a lot easier. That was a win.
Cool.
It was a very, very rare little win. It was nice to see. Other than that, I conceivably have the next 4 days off of work worries. And I say conceivably because nothing's guaranteed. But I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed and sally forth, as they say. Also, I have a special message from Sarah Plyer, who could not join us tonight. She wanted me to let everyone in the chat know that she says hello. So there you go.
hello.
Hello.
How are you, Monkey? I almost missed it.
Well, I'm having trouble even hearing what you guys are saying. You guys are telling me you hear me okay, which is great, but both of you are robot-y to me.
Oh, no.
So I know it's on my side, but it makes it very difficult to have a conversation. Snowstorm says, is tonight 7 days to die night? Did we ever decide on that, Satsu? We'll talk about it. We'll get to you later. Terry Diamantis, thank you. Have you been able to remain in good health, Scribe?
Thus far, I seem to be okay.
You're not coming to us from the bathroom tonight?
No, I'm not. So as of right now, I feel perfectly fine. We're coming up on, as of tomorrow, it will have been 3 days since the last time I ate romaine lettuce. And at least 4 days since I had two salads. I had a salad on Monday and a salad on Tuesday. So, the further we get into the week, the more likely that I'm okay, conceivably. So we'll see.
All righty. I just threw a GoFundMe in there. That is for Adam Mangold, who's a longtime friend of the show. His car was apparently vandalized. Somebody cut his battery cables, and he's trying to get that fixed. So if you guys feel so inclined, please check that out and donate what you can. Thank you, Snowstorm. Let us be thankful for that.
Oh,
We're gonna have nothing but Scribe romaine puns
I
tonight.
guess so. Yeah, I am thankful for my presently stable gastrointestinal system. Yes.
Duck Dog, oh my God. What's the difference between being hungry and being horny? Where the cucumber goes. You guys are on fire tonight.
Wow. That's actually one I haven't heard before.
That is awesome. Me neither. That's awesome. I'm okay. I'm thinking about just getting my right leg amputated. Because it's been pissing me off for like a week now. And I don't really need it. I sit all the time. You don't need your right leg to sit, do you?
Technically, no. Are you gonna get like a bionic Iron Man leg?
Nah, fuck it. I'll just leave it how it is.
Oh.
I'll have a stump.
No.
Darkshade asked me, thank you for the donation. See that Bogan video I linked, Monkey? I did not. I have not sticky beaked that yet. You two won't understand that, but some of the audience will. Sticky beak for the win. I'm very happy, though, because my whole family will be here tomorrow. And that's when you see the happiest Monkey is when all the children are home. And now all the grandchildren will be here too. There's more than one. There's two now. So just be a big house full of monkeys running around. So I'm happy about that, and I'm looking forward to it. And I hope everybody out there has fun Thanksgiving plans. If not, we'll be here tomorrow night. Satsu, will you be doing a Lords of the Night stream as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, all three of us, I believe, will be here tomorrow night to give thanks for you.
No.
But until then, Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies, video games. Hit that like button, y'all. There are 173 people watching, and I bet there's not 100 likes. So let's get it up to 100 likes. Let's I don't have a good one for tonight. Just beat the hell out of the like button because you are good people. And share our stuff, guys. Videos, streams, your favorite creators. You really do help them out by sharing more than you could possibly think. Thank you, Ebony Williams. Another 4 words to ruin Thanksgiving. Do you watch hentai? Scribbles, do we have news?
Beat that like button like you're a creepy porn lawyer.
There you go.
Well, yes, we do. We do have news. So do you guys like cannibals?
I've never met one personally.
Well, I guess technically I don't know if these are cannibals, but that's the first thing I thought when I read the headline. Isolated tribespeople believed to have killed a U.S. missionary who trespassed on their remote island.
Oh, you know they ate him.
An American Christian missionary is thought to have been killed by tribespeople from one of the world's most isolated communities on a remote island hundreds of miles off the coast of India. The 27-year-old American, identified as John Allen Chow, came to India on a tourist visa, but came to the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in October with the express purpose of proselytizing the Director General of Police of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands told CNN. Quote, "We refuse to call him a tourist. Yes, he came on a tourist visa, but he came with a specific purpose to preach on a prohibited island," he said. Chow did not inform the police of his intentions to travel to the island to attempt to convert its inhabitants, officials said.
Wait. So this guy is a missionary who went to an island he wasn't even supposed to be going to.
Yes, to do something he hadn't told anybody he was going to do.
Well,
all right.
I mean, that sucks. That's unfortunate, but
let's see. The adventurers. That's what you're calling him. Okay. The adventurers' relatives, in a post on his Instagram page, said Wednesday that Chow was a beloved family member. Quote, "To others, he was a Christian missionary, a wilderness EMT, an international soccer coach, and a mountaineer. He loved God, life, helping those in need, and had nothing but love for the Sentinelese people." Sentinelese?
And they liked him on bread with mayonnaise.
The family said it forgives those who took Chow's life.
Excuse me, real quick. 3-sided coin, thank you. Avenatti got charges dropped. Oh, I did not hear about that. I haven't looked at the news at all today.
The island, North Sentinel Island, is inhabited by the Sentinelese, who are protected under Indian law. Just more than a dozen people are officially thought to live on the remote island in the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Just more than a dozen people on that island, and they're an isolated tribe. I'm getting a hills have eyes kind of notion in my mind right now.
Jay Reynolds says Chow became Chow.
Oh!
Well played, sir. Well played indeed. Thank you, James Colley. He led a filling life and a filling death for others.
Let's see if Washington Post doesn't take this away from me. Yeah, Los Angeles prosecutors declined to file felony domestic abuse charges against Michael Avenatti. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office on Wednesday said it is declining to pursue felony domestic abuse charges against Michael Avenatti, the lawyer who gained national fame after he sued President Trump on behalf of an adult film star and referred the case to the city attorney for possible misdemeanor charges. Avenatti was arrested last week on suspicion of domestic violence stemming from an incident involving a one-time girlfriend, Marelli Miniuti. Miniuti alleged she was physically and verbally abused by Avenatti, according to her attorney. She filed a request for a temporary restraining order against him, which a Los Angeles Superior Court judge granted Monday. Avenatti has called the allegations completely bogus. The district attorney's office declined to comment on its decision not to prosecute and refer the case to the city attorney. So there you go. He's not completely out of the woods yet, but the worst of it is pretty much let go.
I would like to know why they said no. That's interesting.
The lack of evidence, but who knows?
Well, who'd have thought? All we had to do was not believe women.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw it. The woman that came out and asked for the what's her name?
Miniuti.
Miniuti, that's it.
Miniuti.
For all the talk about how she, had a bruised face and stuff, she actually shared pictures of rug burn on her legs. But none of pictures of what happened to her face. So, yeah, from the sounds of it, it might have been a little more exaggerated than it actually was. Not that it's a good idea to drag a woman around, throw her out of your house, and then drag her back in when she begs on somebody else's door for help, which is the story going around. But yeah, that is still different than punching her in the face. Just saying.
Yeah, but investigations and finding out what actually happened, that's a thing of the past, man. We should have just believed her.
Well, I mean, conceivably in this case, they investigated and found there wasn't grounds enough to bring felony charges. So,
well, they fucked up because they investigated. They shouldn't have did that.
Thank you, Nick's opinion. Excuse me. What happened to believe all women? Well, some people are getting an education in why that's not a good idea.
Let's see. Speaking of legal opinions, that was a great segue, actually. Why Chief Justice John Roberts spoke out against Trump.
Hey, we've hit the title of my stream.
Yay!
It's the only news I've seen today, guys.
Chief Justice John Roberts has watched silently as Donald Trump denigrated judges over the years, complaining about one because of his Mexican heritage. That wasn't what he was complaining about. Anyway, moving on. Referring to another as a so-called judge when he ruled against the administration's Muslim travel ban. It's not. Boy, CNN, in one sentence, you can get two gigantic facts and claims absolutely fucking incorrect, can't you? That's amazing.
Fake news.
I mean, okay, a slight aside. Why is it so difficult for you just to hold him accountable for the things he has actually said and actually done without taking things he did and said and completely transmogrifying them into things that didn't happen?
Before we read the rest of this.
Yes.
There's a birthday in chat.
What? People are born today? Come on. This is the day before Thanksgiving. You're supposed to wait till after you're all full of food and stuff before you start breeding.
Excuse me, guys. TM Ryder's 10-year-old brother who goes by the nickname Trazan. Is that right, or did you misspell Tarzan?
Super chat.
Let me know, so I want to sing it right. Well, as right as I can. Thank you, Mr. Adam. Hey, can't wait to get a slice of pecan pie tomorrow.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie. You gotta have the pecan pie. We don't actually eat pecan pie here for Thanksgiving. We have apple, which is my favorite, and then everybody else likes the pumpkin. So
I have pecan pie.
Nah, you have pecan pie. Ryder says misspelled it. So it is Tarzan. Gotcha.
Well, not only do you have the pumpkin pie, but you've got a pumpkin too.
Yes, got a pumpkin, and there'll be a little butt and lots of food for us to eat.
Yay!
But except Pumpkin can't have none of it because she's a little too young for that yet.
Yeah, well.
So, Tarzan, are you out there? Your brother has requested this, and I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing as a birthday present. But we're gonna sing to you. This one's for you, bud, and congrats on the first decade. I hope it only gets better from here. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, we're doing this now? Okay.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, I guess we're going full on.
Happy birthday, dear Tarzan. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, bud. I hope you had a great one. And I seriously, I hope the next decade is twice as good as the first one. Thank you, Three-Sided Coin. Put pumpkin spice in the greasy milk.
I thought Scribe gave up. I got my hopes up.
No,
he was waiting for the end. I knew what he was doing.
I was leaving everyone just steaming with anticipation.
Speaking of anticipation, CNN was pissing us off before we we had that aside there.
Somehow I lost my mind in the jungle and completely forgot I was reading something. Let's see. So now that we've gone over that first sentence, as the episodes piled up from Trump's campaign time in 2016 and into his presidency, the man who sits at the helm of the federal judiciary said nothing. But Trump's comments on Tuesday apparently were too much. Let's remind ourselves what his comments on Tuesday were, because I'm not quite sure. Trump rails against Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in wake of asylum ruling. Okay, so when the court put a hold on his, automatically deporting anybody who claimed asylum but didn't come through a port of entry.
Yes.
Okay. Just getting context. Roberts spoke out Wednesday, and his rare and extraordinary statement immediately seized national attention. Not to mention a rejoinder 3 hours later from Trump on Twitter. The startling series of events, which showed a bolder side of Roberts. How much bolder can you get than, like, say, I don't know, legalizing gay marriage?
Well, typically, even with major things like that, they keep their fucking nose out of.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
politics.
If you're talking about like taking bold action, I don't know. The Chief Justice has done some pretty bold fucking things over the last several years, good or bad, depending on how you look at it. Anyway, demonstrated just how much Trump's relationship with the third branch has devolved. Wait, the third branch?
Yes, Miss Cortez. That's the judiciary.
What? But I thought there was like 3 houses.
Chambers.
Oh, I was hoping it was
chambers
houses
of government.
I hope it was houses so I could say, like, Atreides and Harkonnen.
Oh, real quick. Thank you, Randy, for TM Writer's brother wanting to give you $1. Oh, I saw that. Tarzan wanted him to throw us $1. He said, but he's broke. That was fine. That was okay. Happy to do it. And thank you, Randy.
Okay, let's see. The U.S. judiciary has strived to be above the political fray that has only been exacerbated by Trump. Roberts' response stems specifically from Trump's comments on Tuesday on District Court Judge John Tiger's Monday night decision to temporarily block an executive order that would have scaled back U.S. asylum policy. Trump criticized the San Francisco-based Tigar, nominated in 2012 as an Obama judge of the regional U.S. Circuit Court that would oversee any appeal of the case. Trump declared, quote, an automatic loss for the administration and, quote, the Ninth Circuit is very unfair. In a statement on Wednesday, made public because of a query from the Associated Press, Justice Roberts said, they just say Roberts in this. It should be Justice Roberts. Give the guy his due. Quote, we do not have Obama judges or Trump judges, Bush judges or Clinton judges. What we have is an extraordinary group of dedicated judges doing their level best to do equal right to do equal right to those appearing before them. That independent judiciary is something we should all be thankful for, unquote. It was not the first time Roberts has been asked to comment, but it was the first time he decided to go public. A 2005 appointee of Republican President George W. Bush, Roberts did not explain his timing. But it may arise from the combination of Trump's specific insult, portraying Tigar in a political realm based on the president who appointed him, as well as the recent confirmation turmoil over new Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Yeah, well, Justice Roberts, I hate to tell you this, but both sides of the aisle consider any judge not put there by their party as belonging to the other party. It's not just Trump, but that doesn't, anyway.
Yeah, and that's how they're always listed when there's a decision that comes down, except for like the full Ninth Circuit or the full Supreme Court, and even sometimes in those, judge appointed by, and then they give you the president's name who did it. And does it mean that they're actually on that side? No, but come on.
I mean, Kavanaugh's name literally cannot be mentioned unless Trump's name is mentioned also. So, I mean, I don't get it.
Roberts' public concern for the reputation of the federal judiciary comes as the Supreme Court is riven 5-4 along ideological and political lines. So you say. But that's not a fast and hard given, CNN. Anyway, the recent retirement of swing vote justice Anthony Kennedy has deepened the split, and Roberts has already signaled an effort to try to lessen the divisions among the nine. The nine, I think of Lords of the Rings or something. The Chief Justice spoke out broadly about judicial independence in October after the tumultuous Kavanaugh hearings. Addressing a University of Minnesota audience, Roberts referred to, quote, the contentious events in Washington of recent weeks, unquote, and then asserted the high court's independence from the executive and legislative branches. Quote, I will not criticize the political branches, he said. We do that often enough in our opinions. But what I would like to do, briefly, is emphasize how the judicial branch is, how it must be, very different, unquote. Roberts' statement on Wednesday was of a different magnitude, stronger and deliberately echoing back the president's own remark about an Obama judge. The Chief Justice has often expressed dismay when judges are referred to by political affiliation. He has also observed since 2010, with the retirement of liberal Justice John Paul Stevens, an appointee of Republican President Gerald Ford, that it may be more difficult to convince the public of justices' impartiality from politics. Justice Roberts, it's never been easy to convince the public of the justice's impartiality from politics.
No, they've actually said, oh, it's going to be a conservative court now.
Yeah. I mean, and before you even were sitting in the chair, Justice Roberts, every time I ever heard about the Supreme Court or an individual member of the Supreme Court or an appointee to the Supreme Court, it was always framed as liberal judge, conservative judge, a Bush appointee, a Clinton appointee. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I would like to think that once the justices are up there and they're out of the pressure of everything and they can just sort of operate on their own steam, that they make the best decisions they can just sort of pragmatically and not have to consider a whole bunch of political stuff. I hope that's the case. But regardless of what actually goes on behind closed doors, Justice Roberts, the court has always been seen as a political tool of one side or the other, given whatever the weight of the justices are. I don't have to tell you.
And that motherfucker should know it better than most because of the Obamacare decision.
Yeah.
The Obamacare decision where he actually dissented against himself for political reasons.
I mean, I hope he is. Oh, sorry.
His decision in that, if you actually read it, is all about. But never mind. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You political bullshitter.
You cut out for a second, so I didn't hear you speaking. I'm sorry.
No, I actually stopped myself. So
okay. Well, I was going to say is I hope his sentiments are actually being put into practice behind closed doors. I don't want the Supreme Court to be necessarily politically biased individually or as a body, but he sounds almost naive to say that it shouldn't be or somehow this is a new occurrence or something. That doesn't make any sense if I'm reading his quotes correctly.
What he needs to do is just shut his fucking mouth. Go back to the court, keeping their mouth closed, because there's another controversy brewing over all of this.
Mm-hmm.
It was sent to me by Three Sided Coin, and I went and looked it up. Chuck Grassley came out and said that Chief Justice Roberts rebuked Trump for a comment he made about judge's decision on asylum. I don't recall the chief attacking Obama when that president rebuked Alito during a State of the Union, which is not what fucking happened. Obama was, he did in 2010. Was it 2010? I want to say that's the year. Anyway, he got up in a State of the Union and commented on a Supreme Court decision. The
Citizens United, I think. Wasn't it?
Citizens United. And Alito mouthed, "That's not true," during or not true during it.
Yes.
Obama didn't attack Alito. Alito actually should have kept his fucking mouth shut, sitting in his chair there.
Yeah.
So everybody just leave the Supreme Court alone. Let them do their fucking job. And you guys on the Supreme Court, shut the fuck up. You're there for a reason. There's a reason we don't want you to look political, which you're kind of looking there, Judge. Sorry.
Okay. Let's see. So speaking of the chambers of government, Ocasio-Cortez backs Pelosi for speaker as long as she... Okay. If you haven't already read the story, can you guess what Ocasio-Cortez's condition is for Pelosi if Pelosi wants her backing?
Supports people of color.
She has to
push global warming.
Start a petition for a 5th chamber of the Congress.
Pay for her rent.
There you go.
No.
I'm sorry. Three-sided coin says, I don't think that was me who sent that. I'm sorry, it wasn't you. It was the original Shroom. My apologies to Shroom and to you, Three-sided. My bad.
Anyway. Let's see. As long as she remains the most progressive candidate.
She's already not the most progressive candidate, and there's nobody else even running yet.
Representative-elect. Well, I guess she. Well, by that standard, then she is the most progressive since she's the only one running.
But that also makes her the least progressive.
Well, you could say that too, but I mean, it goes. Anyway, Representative-elect Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, on Wednesday backed House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi to become House Speaker next year once the party reclaims the majority in the chamber, so long as Pelosi, quote, remains the most progressive candidate for Speaker, a clear sign of support from one of the Democratic Party's rising liberal stars. Jesus,
she's not a rising any. Oh my God.
She's no. At this point, without them saying otherwise, she is a rising liberal star. She's going to burn out real quick, but she's a rising star. Quote, all the challenges to leader Pelosi are coming from her right in an apparent effort to make the party even more conservative and bent towards corporate interests. Hard pass, the New York Democrat tweeted. So long as leader Pelosi remains the most progressive candidate for speaker, she can count on my support. Okay, all challenges. Who's been challenging her? I don't even know.
I don't think anybody's named yet. Last I knew, nobody had stepped up to run. There's a member of the Congressional Black Caucus who was thinking about it but hadn't thrown her name in yet. And there's some people whose names have been nobody's declared they're going to run against her. Last I knew. Right.
The only thing I saw was there was the letter signed by 16, members elect or whatever. So are they all to the right of the party? I don't know. I don't know anything about them.
Whoever runs against her will be, especially in today's climate, considered more liberal than her for one major reason. She's come out and said she, one, is not for impeachment, and two, she wants to work with Trump.
That's true. Ocasio-Cortez, a self-described democratic socialist, has signaled she was open to backing Pelosi, but her series of tweets Wednesday amounted to her strongest and clearest public statements to date supporting the California Democrats' would-be return to wield the speaker's gavel. Excuse me. Quote, I think she's a candidate to consider, Ocasio-Cortez said in June. And I think when it comes to the leadership of the party, that's a conversation that I have, once I'm an elected member of Congress, unquote. Okay.
That's when you get your first check too, sweetie.
Yeah. Let's see. Pelosi needs a majority to be elected Speaker of the House when the new Congress convenes. So far, there are 232 Democrats out of a total of 435 seats. Pelosi can only lose a small number of. I'm reading it as it's written. Pelosi can only lose a small number of Democrats, assuming all 200 current Republicans unite around their own candidate and against her.
Which is not going to happen. I don't know what it is with her and Trump. I really don't. But Trump has vowed to make her speaker, and she's vowed to work with him. So I don't know if they bang on the side or what. But you know what I think it is? I think it's because she has said all along no to impeachment. No.
Yeah.
And for him, that's a big thing. That's a loyalty thing. You know how he is with his loyalty.
Yes, loyalty is everything, like in the mob.
Yeah, kind of. Yes.
Well, I mean, Bush Jr. Good God, loyalty. And I forgive the pun. It trumped everything because
to a fault.
To a fault, yeah. Like Harriet Mier, Condoleezza Rice, Judge Gonzalez. All these guys who were, middling to. You got to wonder as to their effectiveness in their jobs, given what they did and what they were appointed to, et cetera. But they were loyal, and so he never turned his back on them, which, wasn't always the smartest idea.
Ramen Lewis says, plus loyalty is a positive trait to have, isn't it? Yes and no. There's loyalty, there's good loyalty and bad loyalty. If you are loyal to somebody who's a complete prick, a horrible person, that's not a good person to be loyal to.
Well, there's also the reverse of if you value loyalty over someone's effectiveness and merit, then this person's super loyal to me, but they're incompetent. Well, their loyalty matters more to me than their competency in their job. Therefore, I will keep them on. That is as bad as being loyal to someone who is absolutely, like diabolical. So. Just on the reverse side.
Yeah, in generally speaking, yes, loyalty is a good thing. But there are cases where it can be misapplied. Let's say, Is that a good word for it? Misapplied, overly emphasized.
Sure. Anyway, I saved this one for last because I figured this would make Monkey happy. If he hasn't already seen it, I'll put the link in the chat in a moment so he can see it. Because it's about Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, what's Buffy up to?
Sarah Michelle Gellar apologizes for a Thanksgiving lingerie post.
What?
Would you like to see Sarah Michelle Gellar in lingerie, Monkey?
Well, it depends. Has she put on any weight?
No, that's kind of the story here. Some fans bit back after Sarah Michelle Gellar used a sexy photo shoot to post about overeating during Thanksgiving. The Buffy the Vampire Slayer star shared some photos from a professional shoot in which she was scantily clad to make a joke about her love of holiday indulging. Quote, I'm just going to pin these up all over my house as a reminder not to overeat on Thursday. #Thanksgiving prep, the caption read. That didn't go over well with a few folks who expressed their disappointment in the comments. Quote, projecting the idea that we should restrict ourselves from eating food to be skinny is a dangerous and damaging mindset, which clearly plagues the minds of many, including celebrities, as it's pretty apparent here, one person wrote.
Shut up, Porky.
Some even accused the actress of fat shaming, but Gellar said that, quote, could not be further from my intentions. Quote, I love Thanksgiving, and unfortunately, my eyes are often bigger than my stomach, and I tend to eat so much I make myself sick, Gellar wrote. This was a joking reminder to myself not to do that. She apologized for the misunderstanding. Quote, I'm terribly sorry that people were offended by my attempt at humor, Gellar wrote. Anyone that knows me knows I would never intentionally shame anyone on any basis. I am a champion of all people, unquote.
She's normally not my cup of tea. She needs a little more weight on her, but that is a nice picture. I don't care what anybody. That's a fucking nice picture.
Yeah, given her age at this point, she's in great shape. And she didn't have anything to apologize for. She wasn't fat shaming anybody. This is people being jealous, in my opinion. Jealous that she's able to maintain that body. And by the way, maintains the operative word here because she doesn't do that naturally. She works for that shit. Okay?
I'm just saying I'd
you work
break
out
off
for
a
that.
wishbone on that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Sarah, you are holding up well, sweetie. Even with that fucked up nose you got.
Yeah, it is a little crooked in some places. But hey,
Yeah,
you know what? It's one of those things where like the artist always leaves one flaw in his painting in order not to offend God with his own humane perfection.
Well, there's some people. One, I don't necessarily want perfection. I like somebody with just a minor imperfection because it almost becomes cuter because of it.
Mm-hmm.
And like her nose is one of them because she has a fucked up nose, y'all. But it's so cute. It's such a cute little fucked up nose.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Blizzard is reportedly developing a Warcraft version of Pokemon Go.
A Warcraft version. I wonder how that would.
I can't wait for people running around in the streets like bashing each other with their smartphones as they try to like kill an orc.
What? I guess.
I don't know how it would work. I've never played Pokemon Go. All I know is that it's evil and like child stalkers use it, I guess.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, that's all the news that I had pulled up.
There's been a couple games like that cropping up that have been like trying to recreate Pokemon Go in some weird ass way. I heard there was like a religious one. Didn't we talk about that? It was like
a Jesus one.
Find Jesus.
That's weird.
They added it to the pet system. Oh, I guess I could see it for the pets because World of Warcraft basically has Pokemon in the game now, where you run around and your pets battle other pets. Yeah, it's.
Oh, can we have a Diablo Go where you go around and like exorcise demons and shit?
No.
Oh.
I think it was Peter earlier asked if I could explain Obamacare. We'll do that on another night.
Oh, that's a long story.
It is. I just wanted him to know. I did see that question earlier, and I don't know why it just came to my mind, but I'm gonna stare at Sarah for a little bit longer.
Okay. Well, should we?
You were done with news, right?
Yeah, I was done with news. So if you want to stare at Sarah, you might as well do so, but after you intro the next part.
Ladies and gentlemen, if there's a story you'd like us to take a look at, hit us up at the hashtag MSS News over on the Twitter. We can't get to all your stories, but that's just because I'm staring at Sarah Michelle Gellar. Scribe?
Thank you, Monkey. I am unfortunately staring at Old Saint Neck because this one comes from senior staff reporter and chief Florida correspondent Colleen Bernier. Florida man whose mugshot went viral is arrested again. Florida man whose mugshot went viral last week was arrested again early Wednesday morning in Alabama. Charles Dion McDowell, 31, was booked into the Lee County, Alabama detention facility on charges including attempting to elude, second-degree possession of marijuana, driving with a license revoked, reckless driving, and improper lane usage.
Is it wrong that I was hoping he'd beat somebody up for making fun of his neck?
Yeah, no. He doesn't seem to be, I don't know what his record is otherwise. He doesn't seem to be a violent offender per se.
Hey, Matt, how you doing, bud?
McDowell was released after posting his $5,400 bond. His mugshot went viral last week when he was arrested in by deputies in Escambria County, Florida. Yeah. So yeah,
something to behold.
Yeah, he seems to be really into drugs and running away from the police in his cars. So
yeah, there's some steroid usage in his past.
I want to know what his voice sounds like with that throat.
I hope it's really high pitched.
Yeah, like Mike Tyson. I was about to say Mike Tyson. It's like, hey everybody, what's going on? Let's see. This one comes from Bass Hole. Okay. Just because a woman puts a penis in her mouth doesn't mean she consent. Oh, we've talked about
we read
this.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, we read this a couple weeks ago. So
Did we? I don't think we read into it, did we? Like we talked about it.
No, yeah, I read.
We
like
laughed at the title, but I don't know if we actually looked at it.
Okay, I know I talked about it. I don't know if it was on here or Monkey in the Morning. I know I read part of it. And I swear it was with you two.
We talked about it. I remember talking about it. Now, honestly, I don't remember if it was a Monkey in the Morning thing either, but we covered this. This is like 2 weeks old now, so.
Yeah, the basic gist of it was she still might not want to do it. Well, she still did it. You didn't force her head down. She opened her mouth, and because in the story, it's actually like she drops to her knees and unzips you and everything. Oh, you know, because the whole problem here was this was a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Somebody called. There's a podcast or a radio show, and these two feminists, one less so than the other, were talking about these cases, and one of them was that case. The woman, she did everything, but it was still considered non-consensual.
Yeah, because she was scared she was going to be raped, so she did it anyway. That same kind of logic.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Remember, guys, to avoid rape, just have sex.
Yeah. Let's see. This one comes from Frosted Glass. Julie Bindel wrote this. And if you don't know who Julie Bindel is, she's a very well-known feminist, amongst other things.
That's familiar. I have to look it up.
Juries have no place in rape trials. They simply can't be trusted. That's the title of the opinion piece here. Juries have no place in rape trials. They simply can't be trusted. The conviction rates for rape have long been shockingly low.
Yes, because it's a he said, she said. Sorry, sweetie, that's how it works.
This is what has led one Labor MP, Ann Coffey, today to suggest doing away with juries in rape trials. Well, you lose. And this is Bindel talking. I support this. Prevailing rape myths, such as she was asking for it. That's a prevailing rape myth.
Who makes that argument?
Just a myth in itself.
The second one, he's handsome and does not need to rape. And quote, if she didn't want it, she would close her legs.
Nobody says these things.
These can poison the mind of a juror against the complainant, whatever the evidence against the defendant. Women and girls are routinely blamed for being raped, which means the perpetrator, even when it is abundantly clear that he is guilty, is too often absolved. That is how patriarchy works. Keep females in a constant state of fear of male violence and then put the responsibility for it firmly on their shoulders.
No, nobody says this shit. Nobody says this shit, you dumb wench.
Yeah, anyway.
You stupid minge.
Let's see. The Ultimate Chicken Sandwich has a story that begins before the first steamy bite. Oh, wait, that's an ad for McDonald's. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think that's the right thing.
No. Let's see. We read one from you. Okay. This one comes from Marvos. Facebook's Zuckerberg pushed a top executive to publicly disavow support for Trump, then fired him.
Oh, God, no. Not this story.
You don't want to hear this story?
No, you can do it. I'm going to have to amend stuff after you do.
All right. This is by Ben Shapiro. In one of the most shocking stories to get little media coverage this year, the Wall Street Journal reported 10 days ago that Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg pressured a top executive at his company to apologize for his support of President Trump in the 2016 election and issue a letter just before that election explaining that he had switched his support to Libertarian Gary Johnson. According to reporters Kristen Grind and Keech Hagee, okay, parents, don't name your kid Keech. Just sounds bad. Oculus founder Palmer Luckey says that he was put on leave and then fired for his Palmer, Keech, and Palmer.
Yeah.
Okay, that he was put on leave and then fired for his support of Trump. The Journal reported, quote, in the fall of 2016, as unhappiness over the donation simmered, Facebook executives, including Mr. Zuckerberg, pressured Mr. Luckey to publicly voice support for Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson, despite Mr. Luckey's year-long support of Mr. Trump, according to people familiar with the conversation and internal emails viewed by the Wall Street Journal. Lucky ended up negotiating a $100 million settlement, an acceleration of stock awards and bonuses that he would have received thanks to his sale of Oculus VR to Facebook in 2014. Facebook, for its part, denied that Lucky was fired for his political views, but Lucky was a supporter of President Trump's for years, going back to 2011 when he urged Trump to run for president by mail. In September 2016, the Daily Beast reported that Lucky had given a $10,000 donation to Nimble America, an anti-Hillary ad group focused on trolling the Democratic candidate. Oh, I thought it was Russia that did that.
Yeah, no.
Lucky then apparently posted on a Reddit chain under a pseudonym regarding Clinton. Quote, Hillary Clinton is corrupt, a warmonger, a freedom stripper. Oh, freedom strippers. They're right up there with freedom fries. Not the good kind you see dancing in bikinis on Independence Day. Ha the bad kind that strips freedom from citizens and grants it to donors.
There's more to this story. And Ben, come on, Ben. Did he write this himself? Was this one under his byline?
Yeah, it's his byline.
Okay, Ben. Okay. So this story did break last week or so. And when I first read it, I'm like, wow, that's pretty fucked up. But then I read another story about this. It was an opinion piece in the New York Post, I want to say. It said, no, he wasn't fired for this. Now, the whole idea of him being fired for this came from him telling his friends. Not that he ever got anything from Facebook saying you're going to be fired if you don't stop supporting Donald Trump. Now, here's an important timeline to know. In February of 2017, Oculus lost a lawsuit charging them with stealing technology to make the Oculus Rift. It was like $100 million or some shit like that, a large sum of money. And he was fired a month later. Now, that seems... Now, I don't know if he was fired for his political views or not. However, if he sent a letter way back in 2010 and everybody knew about his support of President Trump, and they bought Oculus anyway, and they kept him on all the way up until March of 2017. However, they fired him a month after that settlement. It seems to me that was probably a bigger thing. The settlement probably had more to do with it. But that keeps getting left out of all of these stories about him being kicked out for his Trump support. Maybe it was because of that. Thank you, Cryptic. Every kind of milk is breast milk. You would think, but coconut milk,
soy milk,
not so much.
Dandelion milk.
By the way, you cannot milk a soybean. Just throwing that out there.
It has nipples.
But yeah, with this, Ben, that was some bad reporting on your part, man. You should have at least brought that up. I'm just, in my opinion, that seems germane to the whole story.
Germane. Oh, how fancy.
It's not Tito to the story, but it is germane.
Oh, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Okay, never mind. No Jackson 5 fans here. All right, fine.
Not the later stuff. I mean, if you go back to ABC and that stuff, sure, but not once they were adults who still sounded like they'd never been through puberty.
All right. This one comes from Top Ramen Lewis. You guys like cannibals?
Again?
Well, amazingly enough, Moroccan woman butchered her lover before cooking his remains and serving them with rice.
Damn.
A Moroccan woman is accused of killing, butchering, and cooking her lover before serving his remains to Pakistani workers in a traditional rice and meat dish known as makbous, United Arab Emirates authorities said. Prosecutors in Al Ain Emirate said the woman, who is said to be in her 30s, was arrested on suspicion of killing her boyfriend of 7 years after he told her of his plans to marry another person from Morocco. The woman and the man were not named. It was not immediately clear how the man died, but the newspaper reported Tuesday he was killed 3 months ago. News of his death came to light in recent days after the man's brother went looking for him and found a human tooth inside the woman's blender.
Why was he looking inside the blender? I mean, I'm glad he found it, but...
DNA tests confirmed the man's tooth was his brother's. Police said the woman will face trial after a full investigation is complete, but unfortunately, the dog ate all the evidence.
Cryptic, thank you. Frogs who park illegally tend to get towed. I love the jokes tonight. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I love bad jokes.
How many more you want me to do, Monkey?
Let's aim for 2 more because I don't really have anything. I didn't do anything today, so.
All right. Let's see. This one comes from Peter Stewart. Boy, 14, charged with assault after officer injured with pencil.
Okay, did he stab the officer or was it an accident?
Yeah, you can do some damage with a pencil. It's not untrue. A student at Breton Education Center in New Waterford, Nova Scotia, I assume, has been charged with assault after police say a school liaison officer was attacked with a pencil. Cape Breton Regional Police said the officer was helping school staff deal with an uncooperative student at about 9 a.m. Wednesday when the teenager threatened to harm staff and the officer. Quote, as a result, the officer proceeded to take the student under arrest, and while doing so, the student injured the officer's face with a pencil in his hand. Police say the injury was not serious, so thankfully he didn't shove it in his eye or something. Let's see.
Was it intentional?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, he stabbed at the guy's face with a pencil. So, pro tip, don't do that. Let's see. Okay, we talked about the missionary. We talked about the cannibal lady. Okay, well, I'll end with this one that I put up because why not? How often do I do this? Do you know who Amber Tamblyn is?
Sounds familiar, but doesn't.
She's like I think she's an actress or something.
I'm gonna have to look this up, guys. We are 1 away from 100 likes. What's wrong with you guys tonight? Are you not liking us?
It says there's 2 away on my side, but I don't know. Yeah, 232 people watching, and not even 100 people like the stream. I mean, you know. Oh no.
Looks,
All right, Cryptic.
Thank you, Cryptic. Bad puns are how I roll. Oh, that's funny. I like.
Anyway, she was on like General Hospital or something. Anyway, so where's the headline to this thing? Because oh yeah, so Amber Tamblyn previews upcoming political memoir, because when you think politics, you think Amber Tamblyn, I guess, with emotional story about the 2016 election night.
Okay.
Let's see, where did it go? Okay. Let's see, I'm going to skip down a bit. Let's see. As the night wore on and it became clear that Clinton was facing a steep challenge to the presidency, quote, I swigged some more Zantac and my baby shoved her foot into my ribs as if to foreshadow the paint that was yet to come. I think you mean the pain. I don't know if that's her error or the magazine here. Let's see. At a subway station the following day, Tamblyn read, she began experiencing pain and shortness of breath, which caused her collapse on the stairs. How about to collapse? Who the fuck wrote this? She recalled a homeless man saying, oh shit, it's going down, and offering to cut her umbilical cord with beard scissors if she went into labor. Ultimately, Tamblyn learned she was just having a panic attack. All right, here we go. How can I keep her safe? Tamblyn recalled, asking her doctor on a visit about the attack. She's talking about the baby she hadn't had yet. Quote, you can't, but you can keep her close, the doctor responded, before suggesting that she listen to a 1-minute recording every day to remind her of the tenacity of love. Tamblyn ended her set by playing the recording for the audience, a 1-minute record of her baby's heartbeat. Okay. There was a story somewhere in here. Maybe I missed it.
I think I have the one you want.
Okay, you go ahead, because I thought I thought it was going to be in here. But go ahead.
Amber Tamblyn describes panic considering giving her baby to Canada after 2016 presidential election.
Yes, she was going to abandon her baby to another country because Trump won.
A dark realization. The first part of this article is pretty much what you read, and then it brings this up. A dark realization swallowed me. I was going to bring a baby into this world, and not just any baby, a girl. She said, revealing that's when she had the thought about having to give her daughter away to Canadians or Swedes to save her from whatever perceived horror she saw coming in Donald Trump's presidency.
Save my baby, Swedes, please.
God damn you, Cryptic. Thank you, Cryptic. 3.14% of sailors are pirates.
Har har.
Har har. Har har. Har har, matey. Yeah, she was going to give away her baby because Donald Trump got elected.
Yeah,
she does know she could have just went to Canada, right?
Well, right. This is the sign where you call Child Protective Services, because it's like this woman was willing to abandon her child into a foreign country because of a political disagreement, essentially. No.
Yeah. Here's a good chance to throw away my responsibility because I thought I was going to have to take care of this baby.
Oh, my fucking God. What is wrong with people?
Have we had like a top 10 yet of things people actually did as an overreaction to Trump's election? I mean, aside from, I've seen a lot of videos of people like crying at the Hillary rally and all that stuff, but I'm just curious if somebody's like broken down, reported actual actions people have taken.
I'm sure there's one somewhere, but if there is one, they need to update it and put this on top.
That's up there. If you're going to willing to throw your child across a border because you think that somehow Trump is going to endanger a baby.
I'm having a baby girl. Trump is going to harm the child. How? You fucking dumbass. Look, panic attack, fine. I know that a lot of people were taken very by surprise by that election outcome. But to actually consider I need to give my baby away to the Canadians or the Swedes. I love
the Swedes.
Canadians or the Swedes. Hey, at least she didn't, turn towards Afghanistan or something.
Yeah.
Guys, that wraps up MSS News. Jesus fuck. God, I hate people. I fucking hate them. This brings us to YouTube time, and as is our tradition around here, we're going to start with Satsu.
Well, I finished my video of my first impressions of Alpha 17, and it is done, but I didn't upload it because I finished it too late because something weird happened with the audio, and I had to re-record it.
If you haven't played Alpha 17, guys, check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's a good fucking time.
It's hard. It's fucking hard.
It is indeed very difficult, but it's fun.
What was it you said the other night? This is not your dad's 7 days to die.
This ain't your dad's 7 days to die.
Yes.
Yeah, it's intense, man. During the whole time playing that game, that is the most pressure I think I've ever felt playing 7 days to die since it came out. Actually, even back when I used to play it on PlayStation and everything, even when I didn't know anything about it or anything like that, it was never that intense. But man, I felt under pressure that whole time.
Yeah, we had some run-ins there. That was actually a great time. I enjoyed that. Is that what we're going to play tonight? You and me on 17?
People are saying they want us to do the open server, but I really want to play 17. So well, in order to play the open server, I would have to download the original game again. Yeah.
And that would take me like 2 hours, and we'd miss the whole window to even play.
Yeah. Well, we'll just we'll do some 17. Oh, we'll do some 17 then.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, and the open server is not set up for 17 because it's in experimental. Was that all you did? I'm sorry. I kept interrupting you there. I apologize. I was treating you like Scribe. That's not right.
Equal opportunity.
Yeah, that's all I did. Wasn't a lot going on.
And tomorrow you're doing cooking streams?
Yes, me and Squishy are going to be cooking for you guys and spending time with you guys on Thanksgiving. Just kind of hanging out. It's not going to be like formal or anything, or we don't really have a plan you're just kind of gonna be hanging out with us. So if you're
Do you have
down
a
with
time
that,
you're starting?
we don't know yet.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be a little earlier in the day, honestly.
Alrighty. I did a monkey in the morning last night because I knew I wasn't going to be doing one this morning. Let's see, SDA, Durkee, and Dax came and hung out with me. We had a sticky beat good time. And then I spent all day today playing Red Dead because I wanted to finally beat it and end it. And guys, I am literally on the final battle, facing the final boss at the. All I got to do is kill this motherfucker, and that's when my alarm went off to let me know it was time to come do the stream. So my game is paused there, and I won't get back to it until after game night tonight. So I'm a little bit on edge. Thank you, T. Ryan. What's brown and sticky? A stick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell that one to Little Butt. See if she can start getting jokes because she's getting there. And let's see. I don't know if there'll be a monkey in the morning tomorrow because like I said, the family's all gonna be here, and I'm gonna be hanging out with them. So we'll see how early I end up getting up. Scribbles, what did you do?
Well, I made a video, and I posted that video. And it's a Vox video telling us about the significance of all the women that ran for office in the recent election. Except that Vox isn't happy about the results because there's not an exact reflection of the female population of the United States in Congress. And that needs to change, I guess. Because apparently Vox, without actually ever saying it, was implying that our process of electing representatives, the whole concept of a representative democracy, is incorrect because really the government should visibly and by personal attributes and personal beliefs apparently be an exact reflection of population and demographic statistics. Now, if you think I'm making that up somehow or just sort of simplifying something, no, it's basically what they were complaining about, is that, more women have been running, but there's not as many women in Congress statistically as there are in the country. There's not as many women of color in Congress as there are in the country. There are not as many LGBTQ women in Congress as there are in the country, and that's a problem. And so that's the teaser for what that video is about. Go take a look and share and like and all that good stuff. Thank you.
There you go. And that brings us to the end of the YouTube time and brings us to fucketry time. And as I said, guys, I haven't been online today. I really haven't. So have you two seen any fucketry? Because I'm really hoping you have.
Well,
that doesn't sound like a yes.
There was. Okay, there was one thing.
Okay.
So there was a story that somebody posted that audiences really want a Back to the Future reboot.
Please don't.
And
Please don't.
Everybody and their brother who saw this thing said, "No, we don't." And
we don't need it.
When I saw it, I said, "No, they don't." And whoever made this article or created this article in order to generate some kind of evidence with which to try to convince a studio or an investor to back such a thing, make like a tree and get out of here. Back to the Future. So anyway, a lot of people have commented on and retweeted that one, and I appreciate that. But yeah, Back to the Future is perfect because it not only is it the whole thing about the movie is it is set in a specific period of time and then set in a very specific other period of time. And you don't mess with that.
It's perfect how it is. Leave it alone.
If they were to reboot it, here's what I imagine would happen. Two different scenarios. Okay. First off, I don't think it would ever happen without Robert Zemeckis' blessing. And I seriously doubt he would give it. But if they were going to do it, here's my prediction. Either they do a complete, total, absolute reboot, a la Ghostbusters, where you have a female protagonist and a female scientist.
Yeah.
Or it is a pseudo sequel where Marty McFly's daughter and the time warped granddaughter of Doc Brown, because Doc Brown went back to the 1800s or whatever and started a family back then, goes on an adventure with Marty's daughter.
Just no. The only
That's
thing
my
they should
guess.
do, they should completely remake 2 and 3, and make them exactly how they are, except bring back the original girl from the original movie.
Actually, what they should do is they should do like so you know one of the darker theories about Back to the Future 2 was?
No.
So the part where Marty is basically being run down by Biff in the car, and then Doc Brown shows up with the DeLorean and saves Marty by throwing the rope down?
Yeah.
Okay. The dark theory about that part of the movie is, given the circumstances, how could Doc have known exactly where to show up where Marty was at that moment, unless Doc Brown had tried to save Marty multiple times before getting it right? Therefore, how many times did Doc Brown watch Marty get killed before he finally saved him? That makes sense?
That's actually awesome.
I know, isn't it?
Flair Fritz, the reboot should just have Marty get with his mom. That is such an uncomfortable scene. It really is.
And it's great. It's perfect because it's so uncomfortable. That's what makes it so good. Anyway.
Satsu, any fucketry?
No. I did my video today, and I was doing a lot of food prep today to make sure that I was set for tomorrow. And that's pretty much it. That's been my day in Fallout.
I saw this last night, actually, before I went to bed. Shuan had posted something that annoyed me a little bit. Steven Crowder had made it wasn't even really a joke. Do you guys know yesterday was Trans Day of Remembrance?
I heard about that, yeah.
And lots of people posted about it, and I don't really have a problem with it, but he posted hashtag Trans Day of Remembrance. When does science get a day of remembrance? And they're like, ooh, he's not wrong. Flair Fritz, thank you. Is it really incest if he hadn't been born yet? Yes, it's still his mom, dude.
Genetically, it still
Genetics
is.
are still there.
Yeah.
And she went ahead and said, this is dead ass like bursting into someone's funeral and going, God's not real. They're not going to heaven. Facts don't care about your feelings. The hashtag is about remembering trans people who have been murdered, who have ended their own lives. Now is not the time to own the libs. And I kind of get her sentiment there. However, I also get his. I really do. And I simply asked her, does this mean Christmas and Easter are the wrong times to be throwing around atheist shit? Because nobody has a problem with that. And these are very sacred times. And the atheists do that to all kinds of holidays. Actual fucking holidays. Not just some hashtag somebody threw up on fucking Twitter and everybody, oh, let me jump on that. Actual fucking holidays that mean something to these people. I don't think I actually got a response from her. I haven't been online, so I didn't check. Let me see. No response from Shu, which is fine. But Shu has trans friends, and since that, she's become very, very trans-centric, which is fine. That's all fine. But you can't throw logic out the window just because it upsets your friends. Sorry, that's not how logic works. Thank you, Cryptic. You can run through a campsite in the past tense.
That one didn't quite strike me as much as the other ones did.
I'm just going to let that hang in the air for a minute. We read a story last night about a guy on my. We actually read a lot of people fucking animals on that.
Well,
okay,
that's an interesting trend you were focused on.
Well, it started out. Dax had a bad day, and I don't know if he wants me to talk about it here. he got hacked in a very, very bad way. And so I was trying to entertain him, and I came across this story about a guy, a 21-year-old man in Florida, who had sex with a pony 4 times in the middle of an open field. And at least one of these times, a woman saw him doing it, and instead of reporting him to the police, went up and talked to him about it. A second woman saw him and actually called the police and got it to stop. And this just kind of started a snowball effect. So this other guy, he'd gone to a funeral, and he was hitting on the women at the funeral, and none of them would have sex with him. So he went home and went into his neighbor's yard and fucked his neighbor's goat. This same man has been accused of having sex also with a cow and a chicken.
Chicken fuckers. All right.
And a chicken.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Then we and then the topper of the evening was a story about a man. This beaver had gotten hit by a car, and this woman ran home to get a box to put it in so she could take it to the vet. And when she got back, there was a man lying next to it with his pants down, humping the dead beaver.
Was he a furry?
I don't know. It'll probably surprise you to hear that they found meth on him.
Oh my God.
Cryptic, thank you. People ask me about the next 2 years. I don't have 20/20 vision. Now, I just enjoyed those stories, not because I enjoy animal fucking stories. The decisions of the people in there. Like in the first one, you have a woman who sees a man having sex with a horse in the middle of a field, and she doesn't call the police. She just goes and talks to him.
Hey, what are you doing? Fucking this horse.
Oh.
Yeah, well, it's a good day. Yeah.
Alrighty then. I wish you well. In the second story, because the guy, he was hitting on women at a funeral, and that didn't work out for him because that's probably not a good place to hit on women. And when that didn't work out, he decided to have sex with a barnyard animal. Thank you, Cryptic. My computer sings. It's Adele. God damn it. Okay, for the rest of this time, Cryptic's just going to tell jokes. Oh my God. I just read these stories and it made me think about people who really, really should not be making their own decisions in life. And the beaver guy, I don't even know how to deal with him. Because yeah, he was having sex with a dead animal. At least it was a beaver.
Oh God.
Was it appropriate?
It was beaver.
It was thematically appropriate.
Thematically.
Oh God. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for fucketry, man. And like I said, I just wasn't on Twitter much today. I've been playing my Red Dead, hoping to get to the end of it. Oh man, that story is so good. I actually teared up at a little part of it. I teared up over a fucking video game. That's a good video game, y'all. Just throwing that out there.
Or you're just a wuss.
I could just be a wuss, but man, I was like, damn, that hits hard, man.
I've had some games that have had me all in my feels and shit.
There was a story about Donald Trump being right about the whole wildfire thing.
Oh yeah, I saw like some Californians or something agreed with him.
Not just some Californians, the state of California.
Oh, okay.
And the governor of California, the wildlife agency in California. Devil Fruit Zero, have I finished Red Dead 2? I'm on the last boss. I'm trying not to think about it. Because I don't want to name names here, but I have guns on the person I need to fucking kill because he's a bastard. Anyway. President Trump's critics are belittling him for not buying the lefty narrative of that global warming is to blame for the California wildfires. Instead, Trump points to decades of mistakes by government agencies that caused the woodlands to become overly dense and blanketed with highly flammable dead wood and underbrush. He's exactly right. Just ask California officials. 2 months ago, the state legislature enacted a measure that would expedite the removal of dead trees and use prescribed burns to thin forests. In other words, the very same reforms that Trump is now being mocked for proposing. The September law followed a Governor Jerry Brown executive order earlier this year that also called for the controlled fires to improve forest health. Cryptic, thank you. Sorry, I've had a lot of time on my hands.
I saw a meme like that before, and I genuinely laughed like an idiot. I felt really bad about myself because I was just like, it was just a picture. The funny part is there was no caption. It didn't say, there was no words. It was just a person with time on his hands. And I was just like, ha.
Yeah.
And Squishy looked at me like, what the fuck is your problem? I'm just like, dude, that's funny.
This woman does go on to say, you know, we can't say global warming didn't play any hand in it. But we can absolutely say that the way that they've been handling their forests, at least according to Californians themselves, has caused a problem. It might seem counterintuitive to think sometimes you should actually burn forests.
Yeah, there's control fires, you know.
Yeah. You have a controlled fire, so you don't have one that rages out of control and takes out the entirety of a city.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's right about that. And it's another one of those times. It's like, can you please stop making me defend Donald Trump? Yes, he may not have expressed it very well, but he's not wrong.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like, okay, well, no matter what this person says, I'm going to disagree or call foul because I disagree with them politically or ideologically or something. And that's just a stupid way to go about it.
I just like, and it's so crazy because like you think about how extreme these people are when it comes to this. And, you know, I just picture a scenario of them in a hospital like, hey, we're trying to find the best thing to do with your mom. She's on life support and we're not really sure where to go. We think we should keep on trying and she'll live a bit longer. What do you think, Mr. Trump? Yeah, man, give her a shot. Pull the plug. Trump says she should live. No, that bitch gotta die. Like, what the fuck? And it sounds like a joke, and it's like, nobody would be that. But it's like, I feel like they might. Just
Cryptic, I am.
You should live. No, kill that bitch.
I have to say, I am both thankful for your generosity and your jokes, because in all sincerity, I love these kind of jokes. Thank you, Cryptic. Muppets die by committing suicide.
Gee, Piggy.
People are saying the fires are directed energy weapons. Yeah, we heard that.
Oh, yeah, the laser beams from space.
Yes, Donald Trump just wanted to light California on fire. God, I hate this shit. Stop being that political, for fuck's sake.
When I told Squishy about the story, I'm like, it's official. California is so fed up with itself, it's committing suicide.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible what's going on down there. But hey, look, if you're serious about this, and this is a talk that's been going on for a while, there are certain regulations that have been put in place to save endangered species and blah blah blah, which leave fucking basically kindling on the ground, and all it takes is a spark, and it all goes. Because it's a dry ass fucking desert of a state. Anyway, yeah, that same article they go through, because this fire has killed more people than any other fire in the history, but it is not by far the biggest fire California's seen. If you go back to the 20s, 30s, and 40s, they've all had bigger fires than that's what's going on right now. You gotta. We know how to stop this shit. Put fucking big ass dividers between the sections of forest. You don't have to get rid of all of it for fuck's sake. Urgh. My theory of the fire: cryptic, Taco Bell, and a lighter. Cryptic,
Wow.
where were you? Where were you? Check your logic. Yeah, 1906. That was the San Francisco fire, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, the San Francisco earthquake.
Now, when was the where was the 1906 fire?
Well, I know that there was a 1906 earthquake. I don't know if that resulted or caused a fire. It certainly could have. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just seeing earthquake. So yeah, my memory. What was the place that burned all the way to the fucking ground? Was it?
I mean, the Chicago fire?
Oh yeah, maybe it's the Chicago fire I'm thinking about.
Yeah. I forget what year that was. That was early 1900s or something, I think, maybe. I don't know.
Back when they built all the buildings out of wood, because that's a good idea.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, any Scribe, you're staying home tomorrow, right?
Yeah. I mean, unless I get for some reason. So I have to do some work from home tomorrow, and conceivably I can just dial into my computer and work. But that has been twitchy at times. So if I can't, then I have to go to the office. So my fingers are crossed that everything will work fine tomorrow. Because if they don't, I'll basically be going to work tomorrow. But yeah, conceivably I have 4 days off for the most part.
And Satsu, it's just you and Squishy tomorrow, right?
Yep, just me and Squish. My mom's a little sad because basically I don't think any of us are going to be at her house for Thanksgiving. My sister's married. She's got a kid. And I think my older brother and my younger brother might be at my mom's house, but that's pretty much it. And my mom, she's used to cooking for a huge family. A whole bunch of people show up and everybody gets together, but she's trying to come to terms with the fact that we're all, adults. And
Lady Monkey is preparing a feast for an army. She does this every time that everybody comes home. So everybody should be going home with tons of shit. My daughter came over today. My daughter loves to bake. Thank you, Chicago Mike. Chicago fire is 1871. About 300 people were killed. Jesus.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah. Alyssa said that Frisco burned too, and I think that was part because of the earthquakes, because there are pictures of the earthquake and there's fires fucking everywhere. Yeah, Lady Monkey is cooking way too much food, which is okay. Because that's she goes super mom for Thanksgiving.
Me and Squishy are actually cooking way too much food for 2 people, but we usually do that anyway whenever we're cooking dinner, so we can eat it over several days. So,
well, we had orders tonight. No leftovers were allowed to go in the fridge because there's not going to be room tomorrow. We're playing Family Survivor tomorrow. It's where people get voted out of the family.
I would hope that. Wait, are you talking about yourself? It's the comment. I missed something.
No, it's. We played Family Survivor one other time. My wife and children came up with this idea. Let's play Survivor, but within the family.
Do Grand Monkey and Pumpkin get a pass?
I think they should, but I don't know because these people are cruel. Last time we played, I was the first one voted out. Those bastards voted their own father out. I went to the boys and like, look, there's 3 of us, 2 of them. We can vote them out. And they're like, yeah. And it turns out my son, my clone, the one who looks like me, made a deal with my wife and daughter to kick me and my youngest son out first.
Oh.
I'm still a little bitter about it. But yeah, that's apparently going to be a new Thanksgiving tradition, kicking dad out of the family first.
Wow.
Yeah. That's not how we never did that when I was growing up. But
Sucks to be you.
No. Yeah, I know, right? I do got to give him a little credit for being that smart to go to the girls and go, I'll be on your side. By the way, he won overall. And I mean, he played better than anyone else. Thank you, Cryptic. A Mexican man left the hospital. Manuel. You know what, guys? We're going to turn it over to you. It is 5 minutes before chat time. Questions, comments, concerns. Do you have Thanksgiving plans? Do you have special traditions? Anything weird that other people would come over to your house and be like, what the fuck are y'all doing? But yeah, this is your time. So throw us some interesting stuff and we'll see what we can do with it. Ranting Monkey, so are you saying that the fire killed more people than the shooting at the bar? Which bar?
I mean, Pulse nightclub?
I'm fairly sure it's way over that by now, isn't it? Like last I saw it was like it's 78 people.
Pulse nightclub?
No, the fire.
Oh, the fire. Oh, yeah, the fire is at least 76, 78, something like that, yeah.
And there's still hundreds missing, so.
Yeah. Or not accounted for. But
Devil Fruit Zero says, to be fair, you would probably be the first to go in a real survival situation. This was when I was healthy, motherfucker. Scrappy said, oh, thank you, Alyssa. April 18th, 1906, there was a 3-day fire after 8.3 magnitude earthquake.
Okay. Makes sense.
Thousands of unreinforced brick blocks and thousands more closely spaced wooden Victorian dwellings. Yeah. Yeah, that's why they have building codes now based on that, actually. Scrappy says, do you win if you volunteer to leave? No, you have to actually be kicked out. Matt says, I've lived through 2 California fires. That shit's crazy, and there's not much you're able to do. Yeah, well, if they have a big enough block where they just clear cut it, they can. The fire is only going to go so far, no matter how hard the winds blow, and that's that. They're people who work on this shit, and yeah, they need to do that. You can still have your forests, you just block them off so that when one little part of it burns down, it doesn't take out the whole state. What's the worst way to hit on your date? With a close
baseball bat. Oh, sorry.
Oh, baseball bats is probably worse. Yeah.
I was about to say with a car.
Jesus Christ, you guys are brutal.
I mean, you know,
what? You don't really have to hit on your date, do you?
You don't have to, but you probably should.
But it sure helps. Oh, no.
Wait. You guys seen Blair White's video on detransitioning? No. Is Blair going, dude?
I don't think so.
I would doubt that.
What else do we have here? I'm getting up at 5, turkey in the oven at 5:20, lunch at noon, leave for work at 2. Oh shit, you got to work, dude. Sorry to hear that, Shroom.
Yeah, my mom has to work tomorrow too. That's part of the reason she's not super upset.
That is one of the best things about not working at Walmart is I always had to fucking work on holidays.
Yeah, that's how it was when I worked at Target, man. I'd be at work right now.
Yep. And I loved working on Black Friday. Black Friday is a great day to work. It goes so fast and there's so much going on and there's always a fight. But the other, I hated working on Thanksgiving and I always had to work fucking Christmas Eve. And yeah. Blair wants to reproduce with sperm. Wait, so she's going to stop taking hormones, let her sperm come back, she's okay. Flair says she's going off hormones temporarily to free some sperm to have a kid one day.
Okay.
That's not really, that's not that's detransitioning for a bit of time.
With who?
Yeah. With her husband, I guess. I guess.
I was about to say.
They haven't gotten to that kind of genetic engineering yet. Presumably a surrogate, I suppose. I don't know.
Well, I know they can do work where they can like mix genes. Could they take like both of their sperm and use it to make a baby?
Yeah, that I don't know.
Have we got that advanced yet?
Yeah.
Thank you, Cryptic. Energizer Bunny was just discharged from jail.
Oh.
Scrappy says she's getting rid of Joey. That doesn't sound like it. That sounds like
No.
yeah. It would have to be a surrogate. A surrogate. I'm wondering why Joey won't freeze his sperm. Well, he doesn't have to. He's not transitioning at all, from what I know. His sperm will be working fine. I work at Costco. We're closed, bitches.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, when I started working at my office job after I left Walmart, it was like, wait, we have holidays off, and even like Veterans Day. Like, holy shit, most people don't even know that's a real holiday. I've been fishing on ESO this entire time, and I finally caught a sulfur sucker. What is ESO?
Elder Scrolls
Online. Gotcha. Yeah.
I still haven't played that. I've had a lot of chances to like buy that on a reduced price on Steam or something, but I'm so wary of getting. I mean, I understand that 76 is effectively an MMO, but ESO is decidedly an MMO. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I have it, but
can you single player it? I don't think you can you? Or at least not effectively.
Yeah. You can play it just like an Elder Scrolls game, up until the point where it's time to do some, multiplayer stuff.
Right.
Dungeons and stuff you won't be able to do, but everything else.
I tried. I guess I can't say I really tried. I played the game for like an hour and I was just like, I am not amused at all. It literally didn't, not even a little bit. Like I wasn't even remotely interested in what was going on. And I'm like, maybe it's just not the time for me, because I don't know. It didn't grab me at all.
I've never finished downloading it. You and me talked about getting it. We got it. And yeah, I never fucking downloaded it. Downloading is a commitment for me, guys. It is a real commitment. I'm being told that the games on my wish list are on sale, and my phone lighting up. Is there a sale? Is the autumn sale going on right now?
Like Black Friday, Thanksgiving kind of sale.
Oh shit! Bully's only $5.
Wow.
Frostpunk is only 20.
Frostpunk. I watched a playthrough, a couple of that's some intense fucking survival stuff. Yeah.
South Park Fractured But Whole is only 14. Holy shit! Like most of the games on my list are on sale. Fuck.
I'll go check that out.
I can't. Oh, and even Dragon Quest is on sale. It's only $41 right now.
Oh my god!
I already got Dragon Quest, but yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Dragon Quest is a good fucking game. If anybody has been hesitating, grab that shit. It brought me back to old school RPGs, and I fucking love it.
Oh man, yeah, there's some good games on sale right now. Fuck. What is this? Flair, thank you so much, bud. You didn't have to do that. Oh, now I'm gonna have to play that again.
What?
He was nice and kind enough to get me the Bully Scholarship Edition. I love Bully.
Wow.
Bully is such a fun fucking game. If you guys have never played it, it's Grand Theft Auto in school.
Yeah, I enjoyed Bully. I thought it was a good game.
Cryptic, thank you. What did the shoe say to the pants? What's up, britches? God damn you! Seriously, I fucking love these. You don't have to donate for me to read jokes. I fucking love jokes, but still. Serenity Lotus says, Ranting Monkey Fractured But Whole is a must. I've never played it. I loved Stick of Truth. But yeah, they keep the. Damn it, Fritz! What'd you do? Oh my god. Well, now I'm gonna have to play Fractured But Whole. Thank you, Fritz. You don't have to buy me stuff.
You don't have to buy monkey stuff, but I wouldn't complain if you bought me stuff.
I'm not complaining. I am so grateful. I don't even know what to say. Boogity, let's go racing monkeys. RJ, what the hell does that mean?
Mr. Boogity? What? I haven't seen that in a long time. You ever see Mr. Boogity? The Disney special series? Oh, okay.
Not that I remember.
Someone in chat remembers Mr. Boogity, I bet you.
Oh my god. Man, I've talked a lot in the last 2 days.
Yeah, you have.
Excuse
The
me.
last 2 days.
Oh shit, Monster Hunter's on sale. Odyssey's on sale. There's a
Well,
lot of games on sale.
While I do talk a lot normally, Scribe, my monkey
Yeah.
in the morning yesterday morning, I did solo
Oh, okay.
for almost 2 full hours or maybe 2 full hours.
Okay, so you're gonna do a monkey in the morning tomorrow?
I don't know. It's going to depend on how early I get up. If I get up really, really early, I will, because I love doing those. As much as I love this show, and I really do, I also like the freedom on those to where it just goes to horse fucking sometimes. where we spend half an hour talking about a dude fucking a horse, and having a format which you need to do with a show like this does not give you time for that. Oh God. Oh shit.
Devil, it's Dragon Quest 11 and Valkyria Chronicles just came out. Like this is like a recent game 4 just came out and it is 50% off. Oh.
God damn. Seriously, I'm still like Flair, thank you so much. Oh wow, god damn, they have a lot of good stuff on sale right now.
I know. I'm looking at this fucking list.
If you guys like video games and you have a Steam account, check it out. I don't know how long their sale's going. I don't see a time frame for it.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I have to keep looking at. Every time Grand Theft Auto goes down, I'm just like, maybe he'll do it this time, and then it never happens.
Flair says, "Got to hook my homie up." I appreciate it. I will definitely play both of those. And again, I've played Bully. Bully's great. I will play it again. And Fracture, but if you guys haven't played the original Stick of Truth, there's a great part of that video game where you're a gnome dodging a grown man's nuts. That's all you have to know about that game. If you like South Park, you will love that game. And from what I know of this one, same. The biggest criticism I've heard of Fractured But Whole is that it's basically the same game, just with different situations, which I think that's how you should do sequels, for fuck's sake. If I liked your game, don't fucking change it unless you're making it better. Anyhow, guys, I've been ignoring chat. I am so sorry. What do we have in here? I'm surprised my husband didn't mention the Steam sale to me. Lindsay, he might not know what was going on. I didn't realize it was going on.
Yeah.
And I said autumn sale, and yeah, it is the autumn. Oh, it's through November 27th at 10 a.m. What's today?
The 21st. Oh,
so it's going for a week.
Yep.
So you got a week. If there's a game on here that you're interested in, there's a lot of good ones that are in this list. Let's see. So you got to upload a Let's Play of Fractured. It will be glorious with your commentary. Oh, okay. I can now record stuff on both the PlayStation and on here because I finally got my OBS settings right. Also, I can't stream, but I can record it and then upload it later. The problem is I tried using the program I used to condense my videos, and I did that with just a small part of Red Dead, and it came out looking like it was made for the original Nintendo.
Oh, jeez.
It looked like it was an 8-bit thing. I'm like, ooh, no. Devil Fruit says, did you and Scribe suggest Grim Dawn? He did first, and then after I played it, I've been. Yes, Grim Dawn is fucking awesome.
Yeah, if you like Diablo 2 and Diablo 3, you'll really like Grim Dawn, especially if you like steampunk / Cthulhu and looting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to say this because if you just play it, just run in there and jump, you'll think, oh, this is like Diablo. But it is so much deeper.
Yes.
The amount of stuff you can do with your characters and the skills and perks that you get just make your characters so much different in various different ways.
Yeah, there's like the character customization system in Grim Dawn has practically infinite variables, and you can, like, I took 2 different classes, mixed them together, and I made effectively a vampire character where he was a glass cannon, but basically he just sucked the life out of everything around him rather than do like physical damage. So every time that somebody hit me, I got their life. Every time I hit them a little bit, I stole a whole bunch of their life. I went through the entire first core game being with very low HP, but I was just raking through shit. It was crazy. It was the best build I ever made, and that's after like making a melee build and a big armor tank guy and everything. It was great.
Thank you, T. Ryan. He says, I have Stick of Truth I can give someone. Hit me up. There you go, guys. Data says he'll be all alone tomorrow. Watch Satsu's stream and then come hang out with us at 9 at our normal time. Serenity Lotus asked me, can you not even stream using the built-in streaming of PS4? No, I can't. It's you guys have no idea. If you guys came to my internet, you would swear it was dial-up if you have good internet. You would. You'd be like, what? How the fuck do you do anything? It is bad, y'all. Moon says, I defeated Grim Dawn and its sequel, and there's really no replay value once you beat it. It depends on what kind of game player you are. I felt much the same way about defeating Diablo 3, because at least with Diablo 2, it was a new map every time.
Yeah, Grim Dawn, the map is static,
yeah,
but there are different decisions. There are choice points in the game. They're actually role-playing choice points if you decide to help somebody out. If you talk to somebody once, but then you go exploring and find out something else about them before going back to them, it's not a heavy RPG game. The replayability comes in the different ways you can build your character, and there's another expansion, like a whole extra expansion pack coming out soon. So the developers haven't dropped it or anything. So it's sorry.
Jacqueline Dust says Monkey has the 8-track of internet access. Yes, I do.
Oh man.
There we go. Jay Brown says, just sent you a new DM. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we're going to keep that one off the stream. That'll get me in trouble. Boogity, boogity, boogie, let's go racing monkey is a modified version of the Darrell Waltrip catchphrase. He says it at the start of a NASCAR race. Oh, the only time I watch NASCAR is for the wrecks. Did you guys see that wreck the other day that was it Formula One?
No.
Oh, that young girl, that fucking
yeah.
Oh my god, dude. That is insane. She shouldn't have lived.
I'm watching because everybody's talking about it, so I go in and watch the one video, and it's the one taken from the left side because there's 2 different videos. Wait, no, it would be the one taken from the right side. And you see these cars coming around this corner, and then suddenly this car just goes fucking flying for no reason at all. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah, somehow she bounced off a wall, hit another car, and went airborne. It was awesome.
Jesus.
She was fine though.
Okay, I was about to say, is she okay?
No.
She not only did she live, because it looked like by the time the car hit the other car and flew into the air, it was already in shambles, and that thing smashed into the wall. And I was just like, not only is she alive, but she was basically unharmed pretty much.
Yeah.
She was just like, I'm good.
Oh, sorry guys, they're saying Formula 3. Okay. Have you heard about the First Step Act? No, but I'll look it up while we talk about other stuff here. Scribe Light, can you remember that vampire build by chance in Grim Dawn? I could give it a go, says Moonshock.
I'll have to let you know. There's God, what was the occultist? There's this power the occultist can get where you can cast a sigil on the ground, and any enemy that's inside of it, you steal their life. And so I was just like casting that all over the place. The more powerful that gets, so basically you surround yourself with these life-stealing things. So as they attack you and get close, you're constantly rehealing. There's a couple other powers in there that steal life. I'll have to reacquaint myself and let you know.
What else do we have going on here? Is she hot? I don't know. I didn't actually see her. Somebody said she had a spinal cord injury. Oh, I feel that. Why did a New Jersey university not allow a Chick-fil-A on campus? Because they don't like, the guy who owns the company is against gay marriage.
Yeah.
Am I having a Thanksgiving stream? No, but we will be here tomorrow night. Well, we'll be on Satsu's channel for Lords of the Night. What else do we have going on here? Satsu, any thoughts on Dragon Ball Fighters Z?
It's a really good fighting game. I mean, it is. It's a good fighting game. It's just I'm not into those kind of fighting games. I'm more into the 3D ones. Like I like Tekken and Soul Calibur. But I hear it's fucking a really good fighting game.
Oh, the First Step Act that Harbos asked about. It's this describes as legislation confronts the titanic failure of the federal government's trillion-dollar war on drugs by reforming mandatory minimum sentences, rectifying unscientifically grounded disparities in criminal penalties for crack cocaine versus powdered cocaine, and tackling recidivism among federal inmates through risk assessment, earned time credit incentives, reentry program, and transitional housing. Look, the drug war has been a colossal failure, and yeah, there's a whole bunch of. I'm all for prison reform because we've made prison a money industry, and that's never what it should have been. Yeah, it's time to reform it because it's like private prisons should have never existed. Sorry, I'm for privatizing a lot of stuff, but when it comes to criminals and people who have been taken out of society for doing wrong, there should be no incentive for throwing them in there. There shouldn't be a hey, we can make money if we throw this guy in prison.
The quotas and shit blow my mind. It's just like you think we live in a society where people not doing crime is a good thing, and they're like, no, go create it.
Are those that judge and prosecutor in Jersey, I think it was?
Yeah,
were basically throwing kids in jail specifically to get kickbacks from the prison.
Yep.
Ruining people's lives, causing a couple of kids to kill themselves because they just thought their lives were over. Just monsters.
Serenity Lotus asks, any food comas tomorrow? I probably won't. I don't eat much anymore. There's actually only 3 foods. I want turkey. I want my wife's broccoli chicken rice, and I want some apple pie with some warm apple pie with a big old piece of ice cream on top. Scribe, are you having romaine lettuce tomorrow for Thanksgiving?
That's all I'm eating. I'm eating a turkey made of romaine lettuce.
There you go. And Satsu, how many dishes are you cooking?
Oh fuck. Okay. Let me see. 1, 2.
Jean-Pierre, we answered that already, bud.
6
for 2 people.
For 2 people.
All right.
Squishy want the whole experience, man. She ain't fucking around. I'm making.
Well, this is your first. This is your first married Thanksgiving. You should do it that way.
Oh yeah, we're making a turkey, candied yams, collard greens. She want me to make cornbread for some reason. I'm like, it's not a Thanksgiving thing. She's like, I want cornbread. I'm like, okay.
Hey, cornbread's good.
We're making dressing.
Stuffing.
It's not going in the turkey.
It's called stuffing.
I'm with you on that, Squish. Stuffing.
Anyway.
Even if you don't stuff the bird, it's stuffing.
Uh-huh. Is that what you tell Lady Monkey?
Fuck you, you asshole. Toasted Network asked me if I'll have a monkey in the morning stream. I don't know. It's going to depend on timing. It really is. Thank you, Connor Johnson. I find it shocking that green bean casserole isn't even a 70-year-old dish. It was first made in 1955, in fact. This is the first year my wife is making green bean casserole.
I don't like that shit, man.
Neither do I.
Maybe I just haven't had a good one, but...
Well, it's made with cream and mushroom soup, and I don't like mushrooms.
Well, I use...
He's a communist.
Squishy says she don't like mushrooms either until I told her that half of the stuff I made her that was soup-based was with cream and mushrooms. She's like, you fooled me. And I'm like, bitch, you like mushrooms.
See, we use cream of chicken for pretty much everything. And I don't know how you get cream from chicken, and I don't want to know, but it is good stuff. I forgot. Oh, so my wife, she's reading the recipe, and she didn't compute it right. So long story short, we have a shit ton of green beans in my house right now. Why do Oregon University students think that Thanksgiving is racist and should be canceled or boycotted? Well, one, they think it's racist because they don't understand that Native American is not a race. And two, the Indians weren't treated well, guys. That's just fact. And instead of just letting it go and embracing modern life, they have to flog themselves for things they weren't a part of. We have some good questions here, but my chat just jumped. Am I having a Thanksgiving stream? Me personally, no. But again, we will be here tomorrow night on Satsu's channel at the normal.
I'm having a Thanksgiving stream.
Yes, Satsu will be doing it.
Yes.
No specific time. Follow him on his channel and on Twitter so you know when it happens.
We're gonna try for like noon to be. It's gonna be around that time, because we want to get up and like pre-prep. So I'll let you guys know.
Alice Morgan asks, "Can you please sing Happy Birthday to my mom? Her name is Trisha." Alice, how tall is your mom?
God.
Trisha, are you out there? Are you listening? How tall are you, sweetie?
Oh my God.
I hear it's your birthday, so we're gonna do something special for you. This one's for you, and a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to
You.
Monkey's a creeper.
Happy birthday to you.
You.
I apologize on his behalf.
Happy birthday,
Birthday.
dear Trisha.
Dear Trisha.
How tall are you?
Hope you enjoy your birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday to you.
Trisha. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. I really do. Let's see. That one's answered. Yeah, guys, thank you for pointing out when we have a birthday. When I go back through these, sometimes I do miss that, and I really do appreciate that. Just like when you guys point out when we miss a super chat, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for keeping us on track here.
Anybody ever tried turducken? I wouldn't wish that cooking, like trying to cook that on anyone. That shit is unpleasant to cook from what I've seen.
Toasted wants to know why you never sing Happy Birthday, Satsu. He does. He does the in-between parts.
The
right.
commentary, the peanut
It is.
gallery.
It is my participation.
And he has actually sang, I believe, once.
Twice.
Twice. There you go.
I have sung twice.
3 times a lady.
Blind Press. Blind Press says getting the console on Friday, Monkey, getting Soul Calibur and Tekken. Good for you, sweetie. I hope you enjoy it.
Nice.
I'm gonna get Soul Calibur.
And I hope you kick Satsu's ass. I really do.
Can't touch me in Soul Calibur.
Getting beat by a woman would be great. Getting beat by a blind woman would I could beat him over the head with that forever. Now
No,
I
dude,
suck
don't-
at let it happen. I suck at these things, so I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to bow to you because I'm sure you're much better than me. But I want to watch you kick his ass.
Dude, fighting games are very accommodating to blind people. Like they're one of the games that are very because there's a lot of audio cues associated with fighting games. So I think she'd be good competition.
I think she's gonna kick your ass. Alice Morgan, thank you guys. You're the best. Even Satsu. See,
Even Satsu. Ha ha.
You sound like that dude. Damn, what was that? What was the fucking Scribe? Remind me, what was his name? The dude who was like, I have an Indian worker or whatever.
the congressman.
The congressman guy. I forget his name, but yeah, it's like, our Secretary of the Interior is great, and she's black.
And she's black.
Even though she's black. Yeah, even though she's black. Yeah, that was great. I put that in the video. It's wonderful.
Oh God.
My fifis.
Scribe Light, are you going gray?
My facial hair is going grayer quicker than my head hair. So it's more silver than it is gray. Thankfully, I'd rather have silver than anything else. But yeah, I'm looking a little bit older in the chin than I am in the head.
That's how it starts. I'm going more white, and I actually like the white better than the gray or the silver.
Now, my hair is silver. The facial hair is more sort of salt and pepper with white in there. Yeah.
James Colley says, "Ranting Monkey, they get cream from chickens by using small hands."
Gross.
Harbos asked, "Thanksgiving dish you've never had or will never try?" I've never had goose or anything like that. It's always turkey. I know people do other things.
Yeah, I've never had goose or duck.
I've had duck.
Duck is another one. Yeah,
duck is pretty good. Well, I mean, it all depends on how it's prepared, of course. But I had duck for Thanksgiving one year when I think I was in college, and some friends of mine were like, it was sort of one of those orphan Thanksgivings where we didn't have anywhere to go, so we just all decided to go to some Chinese restaurant or something, primarily in our pajamas because we were so lazy. We just kind of walked down the street to the Chinese place, and so we're the Chinese place in our pajamas having Thanksgiving dinner of duck and a bunch of other stuff. I remember it being really good. I mean, I don't know. It was the first time I'd had duck, so I didn't have any sort of like point of reference, but tasty to me.
Yeah, I those are the only things I can think of I've never tried because I've ate everything else. Now there's things I won't eat again. Oh, that's not true. I have never tried green bean casserole because of the fucking mushrooms in it. But God,
you don't know what you're missing, dude.
Nah, fuck that shit.
Right.
Jean-Pierre asks, "How do you make a turducken? You throw it in the trash and buy a turkey."
Well, you had already bought a turkey. You just stuffed it with a duck and a chicken.
You throw that shit in the trash and just get a turkey. Scribe Lighter, are you going bald or is your hair thinning?
No, my thankfully the males in my family have traditionally very thick heads of hair. It'll if I follow my father, it'll thin a bit as I get older, but I won't go bald. I mean, my forehead might get a little bit larger, but I'm not going to go I'm not going to have a bald spot on the top of my head.
Cryptic, thank you. Did you Pekin duck? Okay. Jean-Pierre also asked me if I'm starting to lose my hair. No, and I desperately need a haircut because there's hair everywhere.
Monkey sheds.
I have so much goddamn hair, and when it gets long, it curls, and I actually call it the Frank fro, and it desperately needs cut. Satsu, are you bald? You can see him on stream, man. No, he ain't bald.
Yeah. I am far from it. My brother's bald.
By choice or by nature?
He was in the Navy, so it wasn't by choice at first. but now it is.
Stargazer, thank you. Watch Ranting Monkey and Satsu 2 Cents after this stream on 2 Cents Plus, and there's the link, guys. Don't forget to come over and watch us. We'll be playing the experimental version of Alpha 17. If you watched the other night, it was fucking amazing. This game is ramped up the difficulty, and you really have to. One of the deaths that Satsu had was because a fucking zombie snuck up behind him.
Yeah, dude, a zombie. There was 3 that jumped out of fucking file cabinet.
Oh no, I meant when we were behind our base, and we had that whole thing come up, and one of them snuck up out of the water at you.
Yeah.
I don't remember if you actually died, but that bitch hit you a few times. Peter asked a good question. What was it? What is something you'll be thankful for this year besides family? Oh, that's a good question.
How much time do we have left?
We have 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Okay, I'll talk about that tomorrow then.
You guys.
That I was gonna say the same thing. This stream, Satsu, Scribe, and you guys in the chat. That might sound corny. That might sound like we're sucking up, but seriously, I look forward to this every night.
No, if it wasn't for you guys and Squishy, this year would have never been even remotely as good as it turned out to be. Despite all my complaining and everything, it just yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love this show. I really do.
Yeah, I was gonna save that for tomorrow on the actual Thanksgiving, but yeah, I'm
well
very, very grateful to have. I mean, the whole chain of events: the running with Irate Bear, and then meeting Monkey, and then Satsu and STA and Tailed and everybody else. I mean, it's just been an amazing sort of couple of years, let alone this year. So,
And with that, guys, we're actually going to wrap this up. And seriously, I am very thankful for you coming every night, for the support, for the financial donations. And Flair, thank you so much for the video games. I never know how to say thank you, because it never sounds like enough. You know what I mean? Thank you for all you do for us, and especially for just showing up and listening to us talk for 2 fucking hours. Satsu, Scribe, I am very thankful for both of you, especially for you guys coming tonight and hanging out with me again. Everybody, we will see you tomorrow night on Satsu 2 Cents. Don't forget to check out his stream throughout the day, where he'll be cooking for you guys. And to come over to 2 Cents Plus, where me and him will be playing 7 Days to Die Alpha 17. We'll see you over there, hopefully. Everybody, your life makes me sad. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
I'm just going to do this really quick. We have a phrase of the day, and it is sticky beak. Bye, guys.
Sticky beaks.
Sounds like a condition.